It's true. The older you get, the faster things seem to change.
More than anything else, what I'm excited to see is the Girl Talk reunion. How was that for you guys, like getting the band back together?
Oh my gosh. It was a stressful week because I can sing, but I can't play instruments. So it was like, all right, sing, play instruments, dance around, and remember your lines, but like, here's, you know, maybe 4 hours to learn how to figure it all out.
And I got to join Girl Talk because I wasn't in it.
That's right.
This was my first time, and I had to learn how to play drums.
Yeah.
That was fun. I had blisters by the end of the week. Yeah.
And Marla Sokoloff, who plays Gia, was just such a joy to have back. I mean,
Yeah.
the fans have been requesting her to come back forever, and so
Yeah.
it was. We were thrilled to have her back, and she was so fun, such a good sport. And then her with the e-cigarettes, the vaping was just a perfect throwback to
Still
the
a
original
bad
series.
girl.
Right? It was really fun.
The original Girl Talk performance was sort of famously a disaster. So is this
yes.
is this one safe to say this is a better performance?
No, this Girl Talk performance is also pretty terrible, if I do remember right. Yeah. We all try, but we're not a great band.
No.
No. We're a much better She-Wolf pack than a band.
True that.
Yeah.
I do love the She-Wolf howl.
Oh, thank you.
you.
The turkey howl was pretty good too this season.
We're the She-Turkey Pack.
One of the things I like about you guys is that you're sort of game for anything, including doing the She-Wolf turkey howl. Which one of you had to do sort of the most, like, I can't believe I have to do this?
Oh my gosh, the Andrea.
Andrea.
Poor Andrea had to do so many physical stunts and costumes and
Every week I'd read the script and I think, this is ridiculous. They're going to totally write this out by the time we get to camera day. And not only would they keep it in, they would keep amplifying it. Like, oh, we want you to be...
because
make
you're
it
so
crazy,
funny.
make it bigger, make it bigger.
You're so funny.
Oh, man, this character.
If you want it written out, just be really bad at it. just do it. Just let it tank it run through, and then they won't include it.
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't have the she-turkey
Exactly right. Yeah.
So, you know...
No, you're
Too
brilliant. So funny.
I'm just glad that you guys got to do the she-turkey howl, too. You had to share my pain.
Now I can't believe I've gone this long without bringing up Matt versus Steve, but I have to do it. Who's Team Matt? Who's Team Steve?
Well, on the show, Steph is Team Matt.
And Kimmy is Team Steve.
Yeah.
Gigi's
And
obviously.
well, Team Matt, I guess, because it's weird, because you have to watch the whole season, but she makes a decision, and she is with Matt. But there's so many things that get complicated that, you know, I don't know that it's going to be Matt forever.
Good answer.
Do you guys have, as actresses, as people, do you have like a Team Matt, Team Steve? Nothing to do with the actors, but the characters.
It's hard because, you know, Steve has been around for such a long time now on our show, and I feel like, you know, it's sort of indicated that he's never left. He's always been, you know, a friend of the family and been around. But Matt is so cute, and he's such a, you know, a great compliment to you and at the vet clinic and stuff. I don't know that, I mean, I know Steph picks Team Matt, but...
We're also personally invested in not only the characters, but the actors as individuals.
Right.
It's really an impossible question for us to answer.
Yeah.
There is a Gibbler-Tanner romance this season.
Other than
Not
her and
just
I
us,
making out
right.
like in last seasons. It's
Not-
irresistible.
Not to make this too weird or anything, but the internet reacted to that Stephanie Kimmy kiss. Were you guys
It
surprised?
was amazing. It was fantastic. It was one of the most hilarious moments I thought of last season when I serenaded you.
It was
We
a
were hoping to
really
get nominated for
funny
Best
bit.
Kiss.
Yeah, I think we were up maybe sort of for an award for that, but you know, it's
Next
great.
time.
It was a really funny bit, and we're such good friends. And it was,
I love
We
Andrea,
just
yeah.
embraced the silly and crazy, and
Yeah.
it was funny.
Well, what was your reaction when you found out that Stephanie would be dating not only dating a Gibbler, but that another Gibbler exists?
Right. Well, we knew that another Gibbler existed. We've heard mention of the other Gibblers. There's sort of a fabled lot, but you know, to actually meet one and see just how similar he is to Kimmy's character, I think was fantastic. And also to find sort of the interesting depth in him. You know, he talks about he's a photographer and he's traveled the world and he's done all this stuff. And I think those are the things that Steph really connects with, is this, you know, sort of the depth of him and yet loves the ridiculous side of him. And I think that's kind of the appeal of him on the show. I mean, he's a great character. And Adam Hagenbu, that plays the character of Jimmy Gibbler, is fantastic.
I just kissed a Gibbler? You just kissed a Tanner? Ew!
DJ really likes him. Yeah, and thinks that he's a good fit. And I think she's very happy to to see Stephanie put some roots down and not be so scared of commitment. And there's a really good moment and talk with them during the season where DJ kind of psychoanalyzes what she thinks some of Stephanie's fears are and some things that are holding her back. It's a nice moment.
Yeah.
We're going to be getting more.
Because it always ends with a hug.
It always ends with a hug, right?
And a theme song.
Yeah.
We get a lot more Fernando this season.
Well, they're still recently divorced but engaged to be married and dating and trying to figure it out. And then Fernando moves into the house against some people's wishes and causes a little bit of havoc because he's loud and he owns a lot of stuff and he's a little bit high maintenance. Kimmy and Fernando are just more about silly and ridiculous hijinks this season and less about love. They're just getting themselves into ridiculous situations, and we really are like the Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz of the series, and we dress up as Lucy and Ricky in the Halloween episode, so it's a very fitting costume, and we had a great time with that episode. And Juan Pablo de Pache is such a
So
great
great.
singer,
Yeah.
and he just
Yeah.
melted my heart when he sang that final song. As
Melted
Ricky,
mine, too.
I know.
I cried.
He's so
Really sweet.
Dreamy.
such a great guy.
Do you guys each have a favorite moment with your character this season?
One of my favorites that just always sticks out is DJ and Stephanie go crash a wedding. Steph tells DJ she needs to lighten up a little bit, so she takes her wedding crashing. It's really funny, and I feel like it's sort of some antics that we've never really seen, like Steph and DJ do, and certainly not in Fuller House, where it's really fun, and I loved that episode for Steph and DJ's character, yeah. And then the moment where we have our nice little sister talk was really, really heartwarming as
It's
well.
a great scene.
Yeah.
It's a really great scene.
Aside from the New Kids on the Block episode, which was my favorite to film, my other favorite one that I think will be a fan favorite is our high school reunion episode.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot
Yeah.
of old high school characters come back. Viper, Nelson, Dwayne,
Right.
Kathy Santoni.
Kathy Santoni. But there's a lot of fun moments in that episode, especially at the very, very end.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
last dance.
Yeah.
It's just it tugs at your heartstrings.
Yeah.
I know!
And you and Scott did so wonderful in that scene.
Thank you.
It's great.
And we're funny.
Oh,
What about you?
yeah, my
Yeah,
favorite.
you guys
sorry,
are
I
really
got
funny
all
women.
wrapped up. I got all wrapped up in that
What's
in
your
your
favorite?
scene. My favorite moment is the Nutcracker moment because I get to dress in a rat costume and whoever gets
so
to do that.
good.
And I sort of crash the Nutcracker scene, trying to help my daughter Ramona, who's unable to perform that night, and so it's just fun. It was fun. I got to dance with the dance company and learn the choreography, and then learn how to mangle the choreography and mess it up. And the crazy thing is, it started out with me just sort of walking in and crashing this dance, but it got elevated every day of rehearsal. Jeff Franklin.
'Cause she just kept being
was just
funnier and
make
funnier.
Make it bigger. So let's add Michael Jackson moves and Thriller moves, and let's do a disco, and can you do the supermarket moves and the Gibbler Gallop? Of course we had to do the Gibbler Gallop.
You were hilarious.
Yeah, so good.
hilarious in it. She kills that
I was
episode.
just sweating buckets after
Yeah.
every take, but it was
you had a
really
rat
funny. I was
costume.
wearing a rat costume, and then I got murdered by Ramona like 3 times. So that was just when
And
do you
this
ever get
is
to
our
do that?
life.
When you look back at the original series, there's so much to pull from. Do you guys have any favorite either storylines or characters that you are still kind of dying to re-explore?
We should go back to Disney World.
Disney World would be
Yes.
fun.
Tokyo-
or Hawaii.
or Tokyo
I'm
Disney.
totally
Tokyo.
down with that.
Tokyo
Let's do
Disney.
that.
Tokyo Disney would love to do that.
It would be awesome.
See?
Yeah,
Other
God, other
characters?
old characters. Trying to think
I
of
feel
other
like all the
old
characters that,
There's some characters I don't want to see come back.
which are,
I'm not gonna say.
well, I know.
I know. We could see our Greek cousins again. Maybe we go to Greece this time.
Hey, that's
Oh.
Basically, all
That's a
I'm
good one.
vying for is just to go on vacation.
Yeah, we just wanna
I just
travel.
want to travel.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking of how the Tanners can travel.
right.
Stephanie likes to
Up
travel, you
against
guys.
a
It's just
hiatus
a
week, so we can have an
Right,
extra
right.
week after with our own families
right.
to
But
vacation.
look, Steph is a DJ. Like she's traveled. These things are possibilities, you know.
Well, your singing career is taking off.
Right? Look, there
you're
are lots
single.
of ways
Boy
that the
Next
Tanners
Door
are going to
is out on
travel the
iTunes.
world.
Oh yes.
Yes, December 9th, the single Boy Next Door comes out on iTunes and Amazon that I sang for the show. So I'm really excited about that. I get to be singing too.